Welcome to Leica Photography. Today we're in Hamburg and we have a very special camera with us. Here in my hands I have the Leica MD Type 262. The special thing about this camera is it doesn't have a screen and it costs actually more than the usual 262. So it has less features and costs more for those people who believe in less is more. We're going to test out this camera today here in Hamburg. We're going to photograph beautiful buildings, architecture, some crazy cars. I hope to find some crazy cars here. Hamburg is a rich city, so let's see if we can find that money on the street. And what I love to do is photographing people, so I go to photograph people on the streets, 50mm f1.4, the Summilux lens. And there is no way to see if we actually got focus. There's no way to see the image. We only have an ISO wheel to set the ISO. We have the shutter speed here, a button to take the picture, and that's it. There is no menu, it doesn't shoot JPEG, only RAW, no white balance setting whatsoever. This is as pure as you can get with a digital camera. It's a digital camera with an analog heart, and today I'm going to see and find out, is it actually practical and what does it do with the user experience. The last cameras that I used in the same places that we go to today is the Fuji X100V, it's the Canon EOS R5, it's the Canon EOS R6 and the Leica M10. Today the MD 262 and in a couple of weeks the M10D. So we go to the same places with all of these cameras, so you can see in the videos how great is this camera, how do the images look here, how there. I also make a video with all images unedited and a video how I edit all images, so you can see exactly how I get to the images today in the shooting experience, but then later in the editing as well. So let's go. So the most honest way for me to test the camera photographing people is actually to go out on the street, talk to people on the streets and do a photo shoot with them. Not everybody says yes, like this couple I talked to, they say no, but every no brings me closer to a yes. So just we're still at the same place, so I see another person, this girl here, I talk to her to get her into a photo shoot and she also says no. No problem, every no leads me closer to a yes, and so this couple I approach just on the other side of the street and they say yes. I'm here in Germany, so all the talk will be in German in the video. Man wird wenig vom Hintergrund sehen. But I wanted to give you some more information about what I'm doing here and about the camera, so I will talk over this video to give you some insight and experience with this very unique camera, the Leica MD Type 262. And I will just talk a little bit about the experience. Now I just got sent the camera a day earlier by a photography store called Photogirls. He saw a video of mine and he asked me if I ever like to test the Leica camera, he would send it to me. And that was a really generous offer because the camera and the lens he sent me, the MD with the 50mm 1.4 Summilux lens, is a €8,000 combination. And I was really felt honored to be able to use it. So this is not the first time I use it. There is no way to see the images. All images are saved on the card, so it's a digital camera, but there is no screen. There is no menu. It doesn't shoot JPEG. There is no white balance to choose. It's auto white balance, it's only raw. There is no screen. There is no way to look at the images until you are at a computer. So I have no idea about the images I'm taking now. Also the focusing is all manual. So shooting at f1.4, which I like to do if I have a lens that I want to shoot at f1.4 to see can I handle it. Do the images actually turn out okay, or am I off focus all the time? I wanted to see if I buy this camera, does it make sense to buy a 1.4 lens, or is the shallow depth of field so thin that I couldn't work with real people who move and who don't stand still necessarily. So this is the first photo shoot, it's in the morning, we just arrived in Hamburg. I have someone with me who films me and I wanted to show you how I approach the people and how I take the images, so you really see how is it to use this camera. And I always give you the image I take, so you really see, did he get the focus right or did he miss? And so let's go together one day here in Hamburg. We will do many photo shoots like this with a variety of people. We want to photograph cars, we want to photograph architecture, we want to photograph a variety of things to get a feeling, is this a camera that sits on your shelf that you look at? Or if it's a camera that you can actually use and shoot with when you come from modern technology. The last cameras that I had, kind of with the same stuff I'm doing here now, is the Canon R5, the Canon R6, the Leica M10, Fuji X100V, and the Fuji X Pro 3. So this is where I'm coming from. And so the Leica has to kind of live up to the user experience of those cameras. And the comfort of those cameras, which kind of all have face detection, besides the Leica M10 doesn't. But all the other cameras have face detection. Focus gets really easy. Here with the manual focusing, I have to be very careful focusing, so I get the eye in focus and not the nose.
Ja, perfekt. Ich kann euch die Bilder nicht zeigen vom...
Alles gut, ich finde das cool, dass du das...
Da ist was Schönes dabei.
Ja, ich fotografiere auch später die Elbphilharmonie, zumindest von außen. Also so ein bisschen so, was Hamburg so zu bieten hat, aber ich finde so...
So I think that worked pretty well. We're now headed into the second photo shoot. I just saw a couple that I think look really nice, and we turned around and I just followed them. And I always go into these situations with an open heart and with a lot of love, and the people feel that, and most of them will then say yes and agree to a photo shoot. The people can buy the images later. This is how I started kind of my photography career, so to say, to make money with photography like this. Or I send them the images for free, which I do today because I want to show these images and use these images to show on my website, on my YouTube channel. So when I can show the images, I always give them the images for free. So thanks again to Photogirlitz. It's a photography store that focuses on Leica cameras and Leica gear in general, and who has kind of the most crazy Leica stuff in his store. He got the used stuff and new stuff, and he got special editions like the Leica Ghost or the Safari edition. He got lenses like the Noctilux 50mm 0.95. Very special gear that you cannot find in many places. He got it. So if you ever are in Germany and look for a Leica, whether used or new, take a look at Photogirlitz's website and you will find all the greatest stuff Leica has to offer. Okay, you see me, I'm right in the photo shoot. I want to show you how far am I away from the people. Can I get the focus right? And how long does it take to get the focus? What can I do so the people laugh and feel relaxed? This is why I got someone with me here to film me, so you really got a feeling of, okay, how workable is this camera? Can I do a photo shoot like I would with another normal camera, like I'm used to the Canon stuff, Canon full-frame cameras? Can the Leica MD hold up to this in kind of speed, reliability, focusing, image quality, look of the files? And so the images you see here are kind of in black and white, but at the end of this video I put all images in color, so you have both kinds, the black and white now and the color images at the end of the video. All images that you see are edited in 5 seconds using my Lightroom presets. If you're interested in it, I put a link in the description below. You can get over 40 presets for under 40 euros. You don't need to use my presets, you can use any presets. Presets are a great way to get to final results fast in Lightroom, or Capture One, or Luminar, or any other editing program. And they give you a constant look. So all the images, all the black and white images have the same look here, because I select the black and white preset, copy it to all the other images. The Leica MD only shoots RAW. And the question is, you cannot set any white balance, you cannot set anything in the camera. And so the question is, how do the images look like unedited straight from the camera? I have created a whole Lightroom video where you see in Lightroom exactly how all the images from this day look like, and then how I edit them so they look like the ones that you see in this video.
Ja, schon so. Genau, du nimm sie ruhig fest in den Arm, einmal Luki. Ja, sehr schön. Und gib mir ruhig noch einen Kuss einfach so auf die Wange. Ja, schön. Und ich mache mal von jedem ein Bild einzeln und dann ist schon Gudi. Ich glaube, ich mache das von dieser Seite. Einfach, ich gucke immer so ein bisschen nach dem Licht. Und einmal schaut noch mal zueinander.
Ja. Soll ich mich da am besten da anlehnen oder so? Weil
Ja.
Ich mach das immer so gerne.
Als Mann ist immer...
Ich stehe mir ja immer so irgendwie so neben, oder? Ist das der
Ja,
Hintergrund?
ist gut. Ich hab jetzt einfach deinen Kopf und Oberkörper. Und schaut auch noch mal zueinander. Ja, ist schon so. Und ich mache eins, wo du ganz drauf bist. Einmal.
Ja.
Und schau noch mal zu mir. Ja, schön. Ja, perfekt. Ich kann euch die Bilder nicht zeigen. Ich kann die Bilder erst am Computer sehen.
Ja.
Aber es ist eine digitale Kamera, weil sie ist so gemacht für Leute, die dieses, wie eine analoge Kamera das Gefühl haben wollen.
Ja.
Und
Now, success is a numbers game, and when I want to photograph people on the streets, I have to go into that where my fear is. The fear is a signal for me personally what's important to me. If I am not afraid to talk to an old woman, and whether she likes me or not, says yes or no, doesn't matter. But talking to a young girl or a beautiful younger woman, that is not so easy for most people because you don't want to be rejected. But the rejection is part of the success, kind of. Every no leads to another yes. It's getting me close. I just got a no from these two girls. Now I talk to the next group here and I receive a yes. If I had not tried to get to the girls to the no, I would probably not have gotten to this yes. So I know if I want to photograph 10 photo shoots on the streets without any preparation, in any town, at any weather, at any month, from January to December, what I need to do is I need to talk to 10 couples, and I know that from these 10,
we can just do it right here.
for me personally, 5 will say yes. These 2 said yes. The ones before said no. I have a 50-50 ratio. When you start this, maybe you don't get 50% success rate. Maybe you get 20% success rate. So if you talk to 10 couples, only 2 say yes. But if you talk to 50 couples, 10 say yes. So the more no's you get, also the more yeses you get. You learn from it, what can you do better? And I have created a whole workflow. Now the people can buy the images, and I show you in the workflow how I do it and how they can buy the images all automated. I don't have to send an email. Now in this case, everybody gets all images for free because I love it. I film it, I show these images here for you to learn from this. But because I use these images now for presentation and I put them into my blog about the camera, so everybody gets all images for free, and I love it. And I want to be an inspiration in photography. That's more important to me than to make money. I want to be somebody that one day somebody comes up to me and says, "You inspired me, you touched me, you put me on a path to XYZ in photography." That's what I want. I don't care about the money so much. I rather care about making an impact in this thing called photography.
So I have to do everything here with them. And I can take some pictures of each of you solo. I can take some of you just here. And maybe when you come over here, and when you look at each other, it's always nice when you look at someone that you know and that you like. And look to me. Goody goody. Yeah, really nice. And also one of you, also just right here. And just take a look. And also look to each other. Yeah, really nice. Maybe one last one with the three. Maybe also solo. So you have something with the maybe when you just lean against the tree and like this? Yeah, that's really nice. I try to get one where you're completely in the frame. Closer and also look to each other again. And also to me. Yeah, really nice. And also one of you, and then I think that's it. So you have some memories of Hamburg.
Very nice.
Where are you from, Denmark?
In Vejle, mid in Denmark.
Ah, okay. Is it a big place?
No, not compared to Hamburg.
Okay.
It's only like 15,000.
50,000. Also, it's.
So it's quite small compared.
But you both live there?
Yeah.
That's a really nice idea to go traveling with a good friend. And also look to each other. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, perfect. I can't show any images.
So that's okay.
It's you can only see the images on the computer.
Ja.
Hallo. Hi. Ich bin Fotograf und mache sozusagen Street Photography. Ich zeige euch mal, wie das ausschaut. Ich habe immer ein paar Bilder auf dem Handy dabei.
Gib du mal.
Also ist was sehr Spezielles. Und wenn ihr Lust habt, mache ich einfach Fotos von euch einfach hier. Und ich schicke euch die Bilder als Download-Link in Farbe und Schwarz-Weiß, so ungefähr wie ich euch gerade gezeigt habe. Und ich packe ein paar von den Bildern mit in das Video und auf meinen Blog. Habt ihr Lust?
Ja, also wie lange dauert das ungefähr?
2 Minuten. Rucki zucki.
Eine Minute dann ja.
Ja, ist gut. Pack ruhig die Becher hinter euch, dass sie versteckt sind. Wir können eigentlich so sitzen bleiben. Ich schau mal einmal. Ja, schaut doch gut aus. Habt ihr Eis gegessen?
Ja.
Ja, ne, solange der Sommer noch da ist.
Richtig.
Ja, schön. Und schaut noch mal zueinander. Ja, sehr schön so.
Ja, genau, das ist jetzt die gleiche Pose. Nee, das ist mir
Und sonst vielleicht eins im Stehen, einfach hier, dann sind wir ein bisschen weg von der Baustelle. Lass mich mal einmal schauen. Oder stellt euch ruhig hier einmal hin. Dann haben wir nicht die ganzen Bausachen hier. Ja, schön.
schon rüber.
Ja, schön. Und einmal so. Wo ist der Vogel? Ja, schön. Und schaut noch mal so ein bisschen zu dieser Figur, zur Statue rüber. Und stellt euch vor, da kommen eure Traummänner vorbei. Ja, schön so. Und ich mache mal eins einmal von dir alleine, dann habt ihr ein Bild auch von jedem Einzelnen. Einmal hier das scharf stellen. Wo ist der Vogel? Ja, schön. Und auch einmal von dir. Man wird wenig vom Hintergrund sehen. Man hat das hauptsächlich, man sieht hauptsächlich euch und der Hintergrund ist verschwommen. Ja, schön. Und vielleicht ein allerletztes einfach hier nochmal. So, und dann ist schon Goodie. Müsst ihr gleich den Bus kriegen, oder?
Nee, wir müssen wieder ins Büro.
Ah,
Unsere
okay.
Mittagspause ist vorbei.
Ist ja noch nicht Samstag, ne?
Nicht richtig.
Ja, ich gucke noch einmal hier so. Ich denke, ich gehe noch mal einen Schritt zurück auch. Einmal so. Ja, schön. Ich gehe noch mal einen Schritt zurück, dann habe ich euch einmal ganz drauf. Ich kann euch die Bilder nicht zeigen, weil die...
Richtig. Aber was?
Hallo.
Hi.
Ja, ich bin Fotograf. Ich mache so spontane Street Photography. Und ich zeige dir mal, wie das ausschaut. Ich fotografiere die Leute immer da, wo ich sie treffe. Ich habe die Bilder. Wenn du Lust hast, mache ich immer Fotos von dir. Einfach hier, wie du gerade bist.
Ja, okay,
Und,
gut.
ich denke, schaut gut aus.
Alles klar, was muss ich denn dafür tun?
Du kannst einfach so sitzen, weil du hast ja gerade die Nägel gemacht, ne?
Ja, ganz ungewöhnlicher Anblick. Mache ich normalerweise nicht.
Aber das sieht doch gut aus. Bist gerade fertig geworden.
Nein, mir fehlen noch zwei.
Da fehlen noch zwei.
2,5. Ja.
Und,
Soll ich da einfach so weitermachen und du machst währenddessen?
oder mach kurz Pause.
Ja, das würde ich glaube ich auch machen.
Ich guck mal eben, ich muss hier per Hand alles einstellen, deswegen bin ich ein bisschen langsam. Ich schau mal einmal so. Guck. Ja,
Okay.
schön so.
Okay.
Ja, ist schön so. Wo ist der Vogel? Und schau noch mal einfach so ein bisschen in die Ferne.
Ja.
Es ist auch ganz schön, wenn der Blick so ein bisschen abseits der Kamera ist. Stell dir vor, da kommt gerade dein Traummann auf dich zu. Ja, ist schon so. Und ich gehe noch einen Schritt zurück. Schau mal, das ist weg.
Oh ja, das macht nicht so einen guten Eindruck.
Aber alles ist sehr schön mit dem Baum hier.
Okay, das ist geil.
Und so habe ich den einmal ganz Raum. Und kommst du hier aus Hamburg?
Ja, ist in der Nähe.
Ist der näher? Vor Ort?
Ja, das heißt Penneberg. Ist noch
Ah ja. Ja, schön so. Das Meer, ich fotografiere dich noch ein bisschen. Und schau nochmal zu mir.
Zum Lachen?
Ja, schön. Ja, sehr schön. Und bist du alleine heute hier oder triffst du dich noch?
Ich warte noch auf jemanden.
Ah, ja.
Deswegen ich warte, um die Wartezeit zu verkürzen.
Aber du musst nicht zur Arbeit gehen jetzt oder so, ne?
Nein, mein Studium beginnt erst. Ich bin noch nicht, genau, im Moment ist noch Pause, aber in ein paar Tagen geht es dann auch los.
Zu studieren?
Genau, das ist dann das erste Semester, also Ende Oktober fängt es dann an.
Was studierst du da?
Medizin.
Ah ja, schön.
Medizin,
Willst du
genau.
dann Ärztin werden?
Ja, das wäre schön, wenn das klappen könnte.
Dauert noch ein Weilchen, ne?
Ja, ich glaube so 6 bis 8 Jahre muss ich mindestens noch retten. Also ich glaube eher 10, aber mal schauen. Okay.
Ja, Medizin, Jura, das sind so echt lange
Ja.
Wege, ne? Und wenn du willst, vielleicht eins im Stehen noch?
Ja.
Wir können ruhig hier im Grunde bleiben.
Ja.
Ja, Medizin ist bestimmt auch sehr zeitaufwendig.
Ja, das denke ich auch.
Anspruchsvoll. Oder sonst gehen dich einfach mal an den Wagen, seitlich, dass du nicht so zu mir schaust. Ja, ist schon so. Und ich schau mal einmal hier. So. Und ich teste halt für mich, inwieweit man hier überhaupt Leute fotografieren kann mit der Kamera, weil man alles,
Okay,
per Hand hier einstellen muss. Ja, schon so. Schau nochmal zu mir. Ja, schön. Und auch einmal in die andere Richtung. Ja, ist schön. So. Ja, dann hast du jetzt Urlaub sozusagen, ne? Du bist frei. Wobei als Student ist man ja auch relativ frei.
Ich hoffe.
Wobei Medizin ist auch nicht ohne.
Ja, das denke ich auch. Da wird bestimmt noch was auf mich zukommen.
Vielleicht ein letztes noch hier mit Sonne. Einmal so gegen. Komm ruhig noch näher zu mir.
Ja?
Ich denke einfach hier. Ja, so. Ja, schön. Ja, perfekt. Du hast nicht eine Sonnenbrille dabei, ne?
Nein, leider nicht.
Alles gut.
Nein.
Ich kann dir die Bilder gar nicht zeigen jetzt.
Ja, das ist okay.
Ich habe sie
Habe ich schon fast gedacht.
gestern erst bekommen und dann so ein bisschen für mich fotografiert, um zu gucken, ob ich da überhaupt was scharf kriege, wenn ich das alles per Hand einstelle. Aber ich denke, die Bilder werden ungefähr so ausschauen, wie die ich dir gezeigt habe.
Okay.
Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream. But of the love for lifetime, we're above the skyline, angels fly beside us. Went from boy and girl to wife and husband, finally life became fantastic. The lovers couples can meth with, take love like addicts. Without you, I panic, without you I couldn't handle this stuff in my heart. Cause I had to separate those who fuck and who love. Cause most smiles ain't real, last words get lost. And you have found the love I want, and it's worth all costs. Like the king and queen, living more than just life and above the dream. Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other, even though we've been dressed like the husband.
So, these two with the dog also say yes. The girl before also said yes. I think we got some beautiful images with her. And I did this now very, very often, thousands of times. And you will find on this channel alone over 500 videos just about the street photography here from Italy and from Spain and from the Netherlands and from Greece and from Germany and from the UK and from other countries, where I do this and often film myself with my left hand, but I wanted to show you also how I talk, how I approach the people, so you really see this is not a setup, this is a real moment. And I really love being
Auch ohne Display oder?
most in photography, so I don't like writing emails. I don't like setting up a date and a time, where to meet and what location and what should we wear and what if the weather isn't good. All this, I really don't care. I leave it to other people. Let other people talk about this in Facebook groups. I don't want to spend time on that. I want to get right to the photo shoot within a minute. I see these two with the dog. I think, man, this would be a beautiful picture for them. So I always think about myself. What if I am here with my girlfriend? A day in Hamburg, tourist. We have a great time, we dress up nice and enjoy, go to the restaurant, go shopping. and the photographer came to us and would take some images of us that look like this, would that be something that I like? And I personally love images. I have very rare images of me and my girlfriend and my son. So that would be a phenomenal service if that somebody would do to us. That would be a phenomenal service. Approaching us, offering us a photo shoot, and giving us the images for free, or we can buy them later. That would be an incredible service.
Okay,
So because I feel that, I also think that others might feel that too. That they see these images and they think, oh, these are nice images. We don't have so many images with our dog, especially not in Hamburg from that day. We only have a couple of selfies, but they all look the same because it's always the same lens, it's always the same distance, it's always from the hand, just a meter away or less. And this makes it so easy for me to talk to people on the streets in any country, anywhere, because I always think about me and my girlfriend and how we would appreciate if somebody came to us and did it. If you want to hear me play guitar and rap, this is how it sounds like.
I don't ask for nothing but the sunshine. The race is going one day to blind my eyes, and birds fly around like you can move from wind fly until they find the place where you have been. Ask for the direction and it's back in time. The workaholics say to say you died, but knowing you'd come back, children away.
So what I wanted to do was to photograph people. I think that we did right now. So let's go to the next area. The next thing is I want to photograph cars. And this street where I'm standing right now with the Louis Vuitton and Gucci store, where there are always people in front of the store waiting in line, which is always people right here in the line waiting, which is really crazy. Anyway, usually there are many crazy cars in this street. Right now it's kind of empty. There are cars, but not what I'm looking for. But we'll see. So this is a nice small moment, a quiet moment, so I can talk a little bit about the camera. You hear the shutter sound. It's a really nice sound. And you see, it doesn't really take much time to focus the camera. I only picked up the camera the day before this. I picked up the phone, called someone, hey, do you want to come with me, film me in Hamburg? And then the next day, which is this day, this is the first time I pick up the camera. I see there's a car coming, a Bentley Bentayga. I zone focus on 2.5 meters and click the button. And without holding up the camera to my face, I can use this camera. This is the way it's called zone focusing, which many street photographers did back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. They focus the camera on kind of 1.5 meters, 2 meters, so everything that's 1.5 meters away is in focus. And then they walk along the sidewalk, and when something interesting comes along, maybe a beautiful woman with a dog or an old woman with a cigar in her mouth, and she was about 1.5 meters away, you then click the shutter, but you click it from your hip. You don't put it to your face because then it's obvious you take a picture. You use the zone focusing to photograph, and this way nobody really sees you taking pictures. So the MD is a phenomenal camera. This is the first day and I got so many keepers, which means there are so few images where the focus was off. I mean, I'm shooting f1.4 kind of all the time when I photograph the people, and the buildings I go to f8, f5.6, I go to any f-stop with the buildings. With the cars I also tend to go wide open, f1.4, f2.0, and so I'm really amazed how well the focusing is. The focusing is so easy on a Leica camera, on the M system. It's a rangefinder. I have the Canon 60 Mark II, the RP, the 5DSR, and some other Canon cameras. And I never really, when I want to photograph manually, which I have to do with these M cameras, I never really see where the focus is on the Canon cameras. Even with the Zebra and with the
Tolles Wetter, ne?
Super.
I really cannot get the focus right. Or there is still a part that isn't sure, do I have the face in focus at f1.4 or not? With the Canon cameras, it's very difficult, even with the new ones. With this Leica camera, even with the older ones, it's so easy to see if you are in focus or not. And I think this video shows pretty well. Because I wanted to get a real world experience. It doesn't make sense for me to meet with a model who knows I have this camera for the first time, who knows I have to photograph manually, who knows there is no screen to check focus, who knows and acts accordingly to help me get focus. These people, they don't care about me having to photograph manually. They just act like they would act no matter what camera I use. So I want to have a real world experience, and the realist is just to go on the streets and doing it with strangers. It's like a musician. When you want to be a musician and you don't have a gig, you don't have a club that wants you to play there, go out on the street and just do it the hard way. Sometimes the hard way kind of is the easiest. On a day like this, I get to 10 to 15 photo shoots without any preparation, without writing any email. The people can buy the images afterwards, so I can make 300, 400, 500 euros on a Friday or on a Saturday, without any preparation and without having to write any email. Everything happens automatically, so the buying process and the sending the images process, I don't send them the images by hand. This is all happening on the computer software. I only take the images, edit them, upload them, and then I get some emails where it says person A ordered these images for this amount of money as a download, and so on. And this is a business that I started for myself, and I can control my income by the number of people I photograph. Again, all these people get all the images for free because I film it, but usually I don't film it, I don't show the images, and I only do it for the people and they can buy it. And I can control my income this way. In the link in the description below, you will find the workflow that I use, what I say to the people, what I do so they say yes, how much money do I actually make on a day like this when the people can buy the images. You all get that from the video.
Alles hier per Hand scharf stellen. Ja, ist schon so. Ja, sehr schön.
Na?
Ja, schön.
Ja, diese Paparazzi.
Alles gut. Und
Ja, Taube. Sorry.
ja, ist gut. Und schaut noch mal einfach so ein bisschen in die Ferne. Ja, schön. Ja, sehr schön. Und sonst gib ihm noch einen Kuss auf die Wange. Ja, ist schon so. So. Ja, sehr schön. Und schaut noch mal beide zu mir. Ja, ist schon so. Und vielleicht ein letztes noch mal einfach hier im Stehen. Und wir bleiben einfach hier im Schatten. Und vielleicht, wenn du dich hinter sie stellst und sie einfach umarmst. Ja, schon so. Ja, das sieht sehr schön aus. Ja, schön. Gib mir noch mal ein Küsschen einfach so. Und ich gehe noch mal einen Schritt zurück, dann habe ich euch noch mal ganz drauf.
Leben am Limit hier.
Ja, ich denke, dann habt ihr ein paar Bilder. Dann halt, das letzte Mal, dass ihr Fotos hattet, war das
Oh, die Kamera!
Hi, ich bin Fotograf und ich mache so spontane Street Photography. Hi, ich bin Fotograf und ich mache so spontane Street Photography. Ich zeige euch mal das Foto. Ich kann immer noch ein paar Bilder auf dem Handy dabei. Und ich mache die Fotos in 2-3 Minuten, wo ich gerade bin. Und wir können einfach so, ich stelle euch einfach zusammen, ich fotografiere einfach mal so gegen das Licht, vielleicht von hier. Einmal ja, schon so. Einmal. Ja, schon so. Und kommt noch einmal hier zusammen und schaut einmal beide zu mir. Guck mal eben, das ist hier. Ich brauche ein bisschen, um das hier einzustellen. Einmal schwuppdiwuppdiwupp. Guti, guti. Ja, schön. Und schön eng zusammen, dass ihr viel Kontakt habt. Ja, schön. Ich komme noch mal ein Stück näher. Man wird nichts drumherum sehen. Also man wird keine Leute sehen, die hier rumlaufen. Ja, schon so. So. Und sonst gib ihr noch einen Kuss einfach auf die Stirn. Ja, sehr schön. Und einmal umgekehrt auch. Ja, schön so. Und vielleicht auch einmal, wenn du dich einfach hier anlehnst, einfach so, und du lehnst dich an sie ran, dass ihr schön zusammen seid. Ja, schön so. Ja, sehr schön. Und schaut beide noch mal so ein bisschen in die Ferne, einfach so ein bisschen abseits der Kameras. Auch ganz schön. Denkt einfach an Gemüsesuppe. Und sonst gib ihr noch einen Kuss auf die Wange. Ja, schön so. Sehr schön. Und umgekehrt auch. Schön. Und sonst schaut einmal beide zu mir, dass du dich einmal umdrehst. Und ja, schön. Machen wir so. Ja, so ein cooles Pärchen. Etwas nah und dann ist schon gut. Ist der Vogel. Ja, schön. Ja, perfekt. Dann, ich kann die Bilder nicht zeigen. Ich kann das erst am Computer sehen, wie die Bilder ausschauen. Ich schau einmal. Ich denke, es vielleicht die beiden. Ja, okay. Hallo. Hi, ich bin Fotograf und ich mache so spontane Street-Photography. Ja, dann habt ihr ein schönes Wochenende.
So there's one question, and that is, does this camera make actually any sense? Now I'm holding here around 8,000 euros for a camera and a lens, and when I look at any camera manufacturer like Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, and I put 8,000 euros, $8,000 on the table, I get a lot for this money. I get a couple of cameras, plus lenses, plus extra batteries. So in terms of what you get for your money, many will give you more quantity wise. Now quality wise, let me go into this a little bit. There are two areas. One is the user experience while taking the image, and the other is the actual final image, the image quality. Talking about image quality, I don't see this camera being better than any other camera, like a Sony A7 series camera, a Canon EOS R series camera, or a Nikon Z series camera. I think the MD and the other M cameras are better than the Fuji cameras, the APS-C ones. But in terms of full frame, like Canon, Nikon, Sony, they are all much cheaper than the Leica M cameras, and they offer at least the same level of image quality, if not even better. So image quality is not necessarily why you go with a Leica camera. The technical aspects of the camera, especially not this camera without a screen, that is not why you go into Leica. The Leica is for the user experience. I'm not here taking these images for the images. I do it because I love the process of taking photos. I want to be part of the image taking process. And when I have a Canon EOS R in my hands, or a Nikon Z7, or a Sony A9, I am no longer part of the process. The cameras do everything on their own. As long as the face of a person is in the frame, I push the button and the face will be in focus. I don't have to do anything. So the feeling I have while I'm taking pictures is so great with this Leica MD, because I am part of the process. I deserve an image. I work for the image. I have to use my hands and let photography be craftsmanship again, not just technology with the eye autofocus, face detection, all the technical stuff that is in the most modern cameras that makes it easy to get an image and get a great image, but the user experience gets lost because you are no longer part of the image taking process.
Welcome to Nexon Photography, and we now have spent a day in Hamburg. Thanks to Daniel, who helped me get the photo shoots on camera and how you actually can see how I talk to strangers on the streets and then photograph them. This camera that I'm holding here now is the Leica M-D Type 262. And now usually it's very difficult to use this
with one hand. I can do this now because now is the moment where I photograph buildings, architecture, and actually I put the autofocus to infinity, which means everything that's further away than 5 meters will be sharp. So all the buildings here are further away than 5 meters, so all the buildings will be sharp, and I can film myself with my left hand and I can take pictures with my right hand. Now this camera, let me just talk a little bit about it. Came out around 2016, so it has a couple of years. It's a couple of years old. And the price of this combination, the lens costs around 3,500 euros, kind of 4,000, 3.5, and the camera around 4,000 to 5,000 euros. So we're looking at a price tag of 7,000 to 8,000 euros of this combination. Now for this price you get a lot with any camera manufacturer. Looking at Nikon, Sony, Fuji, Olympus, Pentax, any of these brands will give you a kind of big package of photography with this amount of money. Now with the Leica MD you only get one camera, one lens, and you don't have a screen and you don't have a menu, and there's a lot that you don't have. You don't have JPEGs. This is a camera for those who have it already all and who want to live a little bit of minimalism. And so this is the camera for people who have already so much that any new camera with all the technical advantages is not exciting. To me, there is a feeling when I take pictures. That feeling is pretty much connected to how deep am I connected to the picture taking process. So let me explain. When the camera does everything for me and I don't have to do anything, I just have to hold the camera in the right direction, pull the trigger. The auto ISO takes care of exposure, the face detection takes care of autofocus, that the faces are in focus. When I have this all, then the feeling I have while I'm taking pictures is really not that special. I'm looking for a special feeling. I'm looking for an emotion within me. I'm not looking for the best pictures. This camera, like any Leica camera, is not the best picture producing tool when we talk about cameras. Now when we put in the lenses, that's another thing. Leica lenses are phenomenal. For many decades, Leica lenses are kind of the best there are. They also have a huge price tag, so you get what you pay for. You pay a lot and you get a lot. But the camera itself, it's really not that special in terms of sensor quality, dynamic range, ISO, no autofocus, no JPEG. So there is a lot that this camera cannot do, and there is something that this camera can do, and that is giving you a feeling. This camera gives me a really great emotion. I just had in the last month a variety of cameras that are all special by themselves. The Canon R5, the new flagship, the Canon R6, the Leica M10, the Fuji X100V, all these cameras I had in the exact same places I'm walking now. And all these cameras gave me a great feeling in a certain way, but none of them gave me a feeling like the Leica did, the MD. I had the M10, which already was great. The MD is even better, although it's an older camera, although it's not as capable as the M10. It is such a beautiful experience. And in the other moments of today where I was filmed, when I photographed the people, I didn't talk much. Now I may talk over the video after the video is done. So when you see the video, I may talk over it. But I thought, let me just vlog a little bit, as long as I can hold this full frame mirrorless camera here. And take some more pictures just in this different perspective, so you see how I walk around. So this camera is now set to infinity, which means everything is sharp that's further away than 5 meters. And I'm now just walking around here, the new harbor. We have beautiful light, the sun is setting, sun is getting pretty low. We have a beautiful atmosphere here, Friday evening. A lot of people are relaxed, have a great time, many tourists here. And so for me it's just time to take the last shots of today. So I'm pretty big on experience. So when I'm looking at a camera, there's the technical aspect, which you find on most reviews, the technical aspects. How many megapixels, how many frames per second, what about dynamic range, how many card slots, how is the battery life, this and that and that. And this is all true. This makes a camera But it's not everything. One thing is the feeling, and the feeling to me is very special. I'm at a point where the technical aspects of a camera don't really matter anymore. I can take great pictures with any camera, and I say this out of experience, not out of idea. So I have the experience that I can take great images with any camera. If I can take any great images with any camera, the technical aspects of the camera no longer matter this much. ISO performance doesn't really matter. Frames per second to me don't really matter. What matters is the feeling. I'm looking for a feeling, and I want something different. I want something beautiful. And this camera is really, really delivering in that area. Now, it's very difficult for me to explain why this camera that costs so much and kind of can do so little on the spec sheet, how this gave me an emotion the whole day that I didn't have even with the R5, even with the R6, kind of even with the Leica M10. So let me see if I can put this down here. Boop. No. So you now have seen me taking pictures. So you now saw me take pictures with the Leica MD. We will also take some images with the Leica M10D, which is the newest Leica camera without screen, and compare these cameras. But my feeling, this camera feels so great. It feels so solid and kind of new and modern. It doesn't feel like a camera that's old. And I'm really excited to take a look at the M10D, but I don't think there is much else I need. Now, better image quality, higher megapixel, that is not actually what I need. That's not what I need. Or what I want, that's a feeling, and this camera really delivers. And so I'm going to stop now filming, and I always do 3 videos with these kind of videos. So the one video is where I show you how I take the images. This is this video. In another video I show you all the images unedited. In another video I show you the raw files, how I edit them to get to the images that you see in this video to the final image. I edit very quickly, kind of 5-second edits, and you can do this too, and I show you in the video.
Yeah, I don't ask for nothing but the sunshine. The west going one day to blind my eyes, and birds fly around like you can move from wind, fly until they find the place where you have been. Ask for the direction and it's back in time. The workaholics say to say you died, but knowing you'd come back, children awaits you. She woven in bars to make them faithful. Nightmares vanish, dreams come true. It's what they say every time they're seeing you. Time starts to tick, air starts to breathe. I wonder what means the day to me. I never thought about waking up in dreams. Never thought about being me. I never thought about just breaking it up. I'm breaking it stuff, I'm breaking it up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and take me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up. Let them trees grow tall and the seasons go by while you won't leave at all. You're the hope and the strength they'll let her wake up to reach and one life to spend. You count our days, you count our time till then. It's you from the tummy we are born in until the day we end. Can't be bought, can't be taken. Give us light that guide us through our happy ending. And each second we're living and each breath we are breathing is cause of you. But they cause you're not leaving, and if you come back just some hours later, the first thing I see in the morning when I wake up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another
Whoa, it's like another day spawn, but I'm steadily dying. People pass my so long, it's now lasting a while. Did I finally look bright and just open my eyes? Show through my guys in disguise. Damn if you needn't, where's Christ? I'm a sleepwalker, walking the day when I'm sleeping. Don't know for sure if it's me that is breathing, that is leaving static core. We're looking for a solution. Life's an illusion. I need to feel it there again. Can push it. I'm losing.
Day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and take me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
Another day is born.
Come and take me up.
Another day is born.
Come and wake me up.
The rain starts pouring down the road, and she stops walking, watching those around, but they're ignoring her views and frowns, knowing she's alone, drowning to her soul, now she's alone, with the raindrops on her nose, she's alone, knowing no one wants to know that she's alone. She's looking up to these endless clouds. Sunshine can reach her, at least right now. She goes forward with her head held down, knowing she's alone, drowning to her soul, knowing she's alone. The world into her home, she's alone, knowing no one wants to know that she's alone. She's a ghost, left by ghosts. Her heart froze by her hope, but no one knows.
Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream. Build up the love for lifetime, we're above the skyline, angels fly beside us. When From boy and girl to wife and husband, finally life became fantastic. The lovers couples can meth with, take love like addicts. Without you I panic, without you I couldn't handle this stuff in my heart. Cause I had to separate those who fuck and who love. Cause most smiles ain't real, last words get lost. And you have found the love I want and it's worth all costs. Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream. Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other even though we've been dressed. Like the husband and the wife, making life so precious without money but a child. The lovers couples can meth with, take love like addicts. Without you I'll panic.
The king for my kingdom, the prince for my bed. This is what I found in you. The father for my child, the boy in my past is you.
Alright, now close my eyes and remember you. When you're gone I have to depend on you. So when you leave I'm left with just some of your pictures. But I can't talk to them, either squeeze them like I did. Yeah, I'm the baby, you're my mother beside me. Protect me at night, even in my dreams you guide me. Life was nothing until you gave sense to it. And as long as we're together there's no end to it. Now I love you. From the bottom of my heart I say I love you. From the bottom of my... Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream. Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other even though we've been dressed. Like the husband and the wife, making life so precious.